district alone issued $426 million in bonds, according to federal records. These bonds are repaid over decades, with each homeowner responsible for a share that can reach $5,000 or more per year. Official statements and filings on the Emma Bond Disclosure platform confirm the terms: 30-year maturities, annual assessments, and no early escape. The IRS reviewed the arrangement and found that the district had been organized and operated in a manner intended to perpetuate private control and to indefinitely avoid responsibility to a public electorate. This was not just a technicality. For 20 years, the developer retained the power to set priorities, approve projects, and direct spending, with residents holding only a minority voice. Board meeting minutes from 2024 and 2025 show how this power plays out in practice. Fee increases are passed with little debate, and new bonds are issued to fund ongoing maintenance or new amenities. Residents may attend meetings and voice concerns, but the outcome is rarely in doubt. In the newer districts, developer-appointed supervisors still hold the majority, ensuring that decisions align with corporate interests rather than community consensus. The law gives these boards the authority to raise assessments, restrict rentals, and even ban certain activities, often with minimal notice or input from those who pay the bills. This structure is not unique to the Villages. Across Florida, more than 1,000 community development districts operate under similar rules. But the scale here magnifies every consequence. The result is a system where residents face rising costs and shrinking influence, bound by legal and financial ties that are nearly impossible to break. For many, the only real option left is to consider leaving, a decision driven less by personal preference than by the relentless demands of a system they never truly controlled. Migration patterns are shifting in the Villages in ways that would have seemed unthinkable just a few years ago. Data from Redfin shows that 42% of home searchers in the area are now looking to move elsewhere, a reversal from the days when Florida was the final destination for retirees nationwide. North Carolina is the most common target, a state with lower housing costs, fewer insurance headaches, and a reputation for milder summers. For decades, Florida's retirement communities promise security and sunshine, but the outbound search numbers suggest that confidence is evaporating. This is not just a matter of preference or lifestyle, it is a direct response to mounting financial pressures. Adams foreclosure data ranks Florida second in the nation for foreclosure activity, with a growing share of those filings coming from age-restricted communities like the Villages. In some cases, owners who once held significant equity now face the prospect of walking away from homes worth less than their remaining obligations. Falling prices, rising insurance costs, and unrelenting community fees have pushed many to a breaking point. Migration analysts point to a dramatic shift in the state's inbound to outbound ratio. For years, Florida enjoyed a steady flow of new arrivals, with 2 people moving in for everyone who left. By the end of 2025, that ratio had collapsed to barely 1.1 to 1. The pipeline of eager buyers, so crucial to maintaining home values and liquidity, has slowed to a trickle. More residents are searching for exits than at any point since the Great Recession. For sellers, this new reality means more than just longer waits and lower offers. It signals the unraveling of a market built on constant demand. The Villages, once a magnet for retirees seeking predictability, now sits at the center of an accelerating exodus. The numbers do not lie. When nearly half of prospective buyers are plotting their escape, the traditional safety net of endless demand no longer holds. What happens in the Villages now ripples outward, raising serious questions for retirement communities across the country. Today, Florida's retirement dream faces a harsh reality. Even the best planned communities cannot outpace compounding costs, stagnant incomes, and unaccountable governance. With 42% of local buyers searching for exits and foreclosures rising, the old promise of security is gone. For millions of Americans, the model is breaking in real time. The future of retirement is not just uncertain, it is already being rewritten. What does this mean for where you plan to age? Share your thoughts below.